Imagine standing at the edge of a battlefield. The sky is dark, thunder rolling in the distance. You are surrounded by uncertainty, by fear, by the weight of what might go wrong. In that moment, do you shrink from the challenge or do you rise to meet it? Life is a series of trials. Some are small, a missed train, a harsh word, a plan gone awry. Some are immense, a loss, a betrayal, a dream shattered. But what if every obstacle, every setback, every hardship was not a curse, but a gift? What if the very things that threaten to break you are the things that can make you? Tonight, we journey into the heart of adversity. We'll discover how the Stoics, ancient philosophers of resilience, transformed obstacles into strength and how you can do the same. Because life will test you, but with the right mindset, every setback can become a stepping stone. The year is 170 AD. The Roman Empire is under siege. Barbarian tribes threaten the borders, and plague ravages the cities. Emperor Marcus Aurelius, philosopher and ruler, leads his army through mud, hunger, and loss. Each morning before the sun rises, Marcus sits in his tent, writing in his journal. He does not curse his fate. He does not wish for an easier path. Instead, he writes, "Our actions may be impeded, but there can be no impeding our intentions or dispositions. Because we can accommodate and adapt. The mind adapts and converts to its own purposes the obstacle to our acting. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." He faces defeat, betrayal, and disease, but he does not break. He bends, adapts, and grows stronger. For Marcus, every obstacle is a lesson, a chance to practice patience, courage, and wisdom. The camp is restless. Soldiers whisper of defeat. Marcus walks among them, offering calm words, steady eyes. He reminds them, we cannot control the enemy, the weather, or fate, but we can control our courage, our discipline, our unity. Marcus Aurelius teaches us that leadership is not about avoiding hardship, but about meeting it with reason and resolve. He shows us that the greatest strength is forged in the fire of adversity. Now, picture a young man in chains. Epictetus, born a slave, endures cruelty and hardship. His master twists his leg until it breaks, but Epictetus does not curse his pain. He says, "You may bind my leg, but not even Zeus can conquer my will." He teaches his students, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. He cannot control his circumstances, but he can control his response. Through suffering, he finds freedom not of the body, but of the mind. Epictetus gathers his students. He asks, what is truly yours, your body, your possessions? No, only your mind, your choices, your judgments. He tells them, if you wish to be invincible, hold to this. Nothing is truly yours except your own reasoned choice. Epictetus turns every hardship into a lesson. He shows that adversity is not the end, but the beginning of strength. The Stoics saw obstacles not as curses, but as invitations. Invitations to practice virtue, courage, patience, wisdom, justice. They believed that adversity is the training ground for greatness. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This is the Stoic secret. Obstacles are not roadblocks, they are the path itself. Imagine a blacksmith forging a sword. The metal is heated, hammered, bent, and shaped. Without resistance, there is no strength. Without challenge, there is no growth. The Stoics believed that the soul, like steel, is strengthened by adversity. How do we turn obstacles into strength? Here are 3 Stoic practices to transform setbacks into growth. 1. Reframe the challenge. Marcus Aurelius, facing defeat, asks himself, is this truly a misfortune or is it an opportunity to practice virtue? He reframes every setback as a test, a chance to become wiser, braver, more resilient. When you face a challenge, pause, ask, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? Shift your perspective from victim to student. You lose your job. Instead of despair, you see a chance to learn new skills, to pursue a new path, to build resilience. Next time you face a setback, write down 3 possible lessons or opportunities hidden within it. Ask yourself, how can I use this to become stronger? 2. Focus on what you can control. Epictetus, bound in chains, cannot control his master, but he can control his thoughts, his attitude, his actions. The Stoics teach us to separate what is within our control from what is not. When you focus on your response, your effort, your mindset, you reclaim your power. A relationship ends. You cannot control another's feelings, but you can control your healing, your growth, your next step. Draw 2 circles on a page. In the inner circle, write what you can control. In the outer circle, write what you cannot. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, return to your inner circle. 3. Take action. Turn obstacle into opportunity. Marcus Aurelius, surrounded by enemies, does not retreat. He adapts his strategy, learns from defeat, and leads his men with renewed resolve. Obstacles demand action. Ask, what is the next right step? Even small actions taken with intention move you forward. You face rejection. Instead of giving up, you try again, improve your approach, and persist until you succeed. When you encounter a setback, break it down into small, actionable steps. Take the first step, no matter how small, and build momentum. Let's bring these lessons into the present. At work, a project fails. Instead of blame, you analyze, adapt, and grow. In relationships, conflict arises. Instead of anger, you practice patience and understanding. In health, you face illness. Instead of despair, you focus on what you can do: rest, treatment, hope. In everyday life, traffic, delays, disappointments, each is a chance to practice calm, to build patience, to grow stronger. A young athlete tears a ligament, ending her season. She grieves, but then she trains her mind, studies the game, mentors younger players. Her setback becomes her strength. A business owner loses everything in a market crash. He mourns, but then he rebuilds, learning new skills, teaching his children resilience. A student fails an exam. He feels shame, but then he studies harder, asks for help, and returns stronger. These are the warriors of everyday life. They do not let obstacles define them. They let obstacles refine them. The Stoic path is not easy. It asks you to face pain, loss, and uncertainty with open eyes and a steady heart. But it promises something greater than comfort. It promises strength. Every obstacle is a teacher. Every setback is a lesson. Every challenge is a chance to become who you are meant to be. Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, they did not seek an easy life. They sought a meaningful one. Imagine Marcus Aurelius after a long day of battle sitting by candlelight. He writes in his journal, reflecting on the day's trials. He asks himself, what did I learn? How did I grow? What virtue did I practice? This is the Stoic way to turn every experience, good or bad, into a step toward wisdom. Here are a few daily practices to help you build the Stoic mindset. Morning reflection. Each morning, anticipate possible challenges. Ask, how will I meet them with virtue? Evening review. At night, reflect. Where did I turn an obstacle into an opportunity today? Where can I improve tomorrow? Journaling. Write about a recent setback. What did you learn? How did you grow? What virtue did you practice? Patience, courage, wisdom. Voluntary discomfort. Choose small hardships, cold showers, fasting, silence. Train your mind to endure, to adapt, to grow. Service. Help someone else facing a challenge. Sometimes the greatest strength is found in lifting others. Visualization. Imagine yourself facing a future obstacle. See yourself responding with calm, with reason, with strength. Mantras. Repeat to yourself, the obstacle is the way. Let this phrase anchor you in moments of doubt. A nurse works the night shift, facing emergencies and exhaustion. A father loses his business but rebuilds with hope. A friend stands by another in crisis, offering strength and presence. These are the warriors of everyday life. They do not let obstacles define them. They let obstacles refine them. The Stoics teach us, you cannot control the world, but you can control your response. You cannot avoid every obstacle, but you can choose how you meet it. When you face adversity, remember this is your training ground. This is your chance to grow. The obstacle is not the end of your journey, it is the beginning of your strength. So when life tests you, stand tall. Meet the challenge with reason, with courage, with hope. Let every setback become a step forward. Let every obstacle become the way. The obstacle is the way. Thank you for listening. May you find strength in every challenge and wisdom in every trial.